Today we are going to learn how to divide using two-digit divisors. So we've been doing one-digit divisors so far, but now we're going to move on to two-digit divisors. So first of all, let's look at our division problem right here, which is 165 divided by 11. Now instead of just going straight to long division, I'm going to show you how to use base 10 blocks to divide this two-digit divisor, or to divide this problem. So first of all, just like with dividing by one-digit divisors, we have to start by building our dividend. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to first of all look at my hundreds place. And as you can see in my hundreds place, I have a 1. That means I have 100. So I'm going to draw my square for my 100. When I look at my tens place, I have 6 tens. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I look at my ones place. I have 5 ones. So that means I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, remember when we're drawing these, we kind of want to keep them in rows. So I drew it out, and if you build this using base 10 blocks, it's going to look something more like this. We have 100, 60, and 5. Now, the next thing that we have to do is we're going to have to rearrange these blocks. So, the way I'm going to do that is first of all, I'm going to take my 100 and I'm going to draw that out. Now, I'm not going to split this up into groups of 10. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to start arranging this and make it almost like an array. And I'll show you what I mean here in a second. So, first of all, I'm going to look at this side. Now, if I count what the height is right here, it would be 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's the height of a flat. And so I'm going to make, I know that my divisor is 11, so I'm going to make this 11 by adding one of my base 10 longs right here at the bottom. So now I have 11 is my height. Then I have to remember that I have 5 other longs that I have to take care of. So I'm going to put those over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have my 5 longs right here. And what do I have left? I have 5 units left. So what I'm going to do with my units is I'm going to put them all right here. Okay, so my 5 units go right along the bottom row here. So now what I'm looking at is I'm looking at my one side here, which is 11, because my divisor is 11. So I want to make this side 11. And what I'm going to do is I'm now going to count how many over it is. What is the width? Okay, so the height and the width. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just remember that it's 10 up, 10 over, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I have 11 on this side, and I have 15 now going across. If you think about it, this is an array if we were to do it in a grid. And if you think about 11 times 15, what's 11 times 15? Well, 11 times 15 just happens to be 165. So I know that my answer to 165 divided by 11 equals 15. Now, it's not that difficult, so let's just look at it really quickly using the base 10 blocks. So remember what I did is I took my hundreds block, which is 10 going up over here, and I made it 11 because remember I wanted this side to be my quotient. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 now. Alright, now what I did was I took the rest of my longs and I filled them in over here. I put them in a line over here, and then I filled in the remaining 5 units along here at the bottom. Now if we were to squish these all together, squish all this together, it would look like a big grid array. And then all I have to do is I have to count across the top to find my quotient. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I know that my quotient is 15. All right, let's look at one other problem. And I'm going to make this one a word problem. Maybe that might help make it a little bit clearer. So let's picture this. There were 156 students going to the assembly. Everyone needed to be in a chair, and there were 12 chairs per row. So I have the numbers 156, that's my divisor, or I mean my dividend, I'm sorry, and my divisor is 12. So I know it's going to be 156, oops, it's a crazy 6, divided by 12. Goodness gracious. Okay, so that's a 12 in case you were wondering. 156 divided by 12. Now, what I have to do is, again, I'm going to build my dividend. Now, think of this, remember, think of this as rows of chairs. So, first of all, I know that there are 12 chairs in a row. So, I'm going to make my 156. Okay, so there's my 156. And then I'm going to remember that when I am doing my area model, or my, not area model, my array for division, I'm going to take one of these, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to build it over here. So, I have my hundreds. And remember, I want to make one of the sides the amount of my divisor, which is 12. I'm going to do that by adding 2 base 10 blocks down here. That makes it 10, 11, 12. Now think about it. This would be one row of chairs, okay? Now I'm going to fill in the rest of my base 10 blocks, so I already used 2 of them. So I have 1, 2, 3 left. So I'm going to fill those in right here. 2, 3. I've used each of these now. And I'm going to have to fill in with the rest of these 6. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excuse me. So if you picture this, remember, if we were to go into the assembly hall and we say, okay, this is one row of chairs right here, which is 12. How many rows are there all together? And I'm going to look at it this way. So I know that this is 10 right here, then 11, 12, 13. I have 13 rows of chairs that I need. Now let's look at it using the base 10 blocks. It makes it a little clearer. So I have my 156 right here. And if we go down, goodness, it's far down here. Okay, so here. So 156 right here. I have 156 right here. I remember I want this to be the amount of my divisor, which is 12. And then going across, I have how many? 13. Imagine each of these is a row of chairs. So there's 12 in a row. And if I go 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows, and so on and so forth, and I would have 13 rows. Each of these units represents 1 chair. And if we multiply 13 times 12, if I can write, we would get the number 156, which is how many students there are. All right, now it's your turn to try this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 3 problems. I want you to complete them. Please answer them in your math journal. I also want you to complete your WISC, so summarize and question. Write summarize question, watch summarize question, and I want you to put that in your math journal, and when you're done, make a comment telling us that you watched the video and that you completed these 3 problems in your math journal.